some stuff up here. So what we're going to be talking about today, one quick second, is what's called similar or congruent shapes. Okay, so there's some different situations that could pop up and some different questions that you might see on your ALEKS assignment moving forward. But we want to first talk about what it means to be similar or congruent. All right, so there's a difference in definition there. If something's congruent, all right, you might have heard this before with different shapes, different lengths, sizes, whatever it may be. Congruent means they have the same size and same shape. So what you're going to get is a figure, some kind of image within a grid, and you're going to have to determine whether those two images are congruent, similar, or neither. So like I said, if they're congruent, they're the same size and the same shape. All right, so I'm going to draw a pair of circles here. Might not be perfect. All right, but these two circles are obviously the same size, and they're the same shape, and they're going to be the same size, right? That's something that would mean that they're congruent. So that would allow me to say that those figures are congruent. If a figure and another figure are similar, they're the same shape, but they are different size. Okay. So for example, if I had a triangle, one triangle that looked like this, right? A smaller triangle. A figure similar to that would have the same shape, so a same triangle there, but it is of a different size. So congruent figure, same shape, same size. Similar would be same shape, different size. And then if they are neither similar nor congruent, they are different shapes altogether. All right, so say I took a look at an example like a rectangle and a square. All right, rectangle and square is a perfect example of two figures. They're not the same shape, and they're also not the same size, right? So they're neither similar nor congruent. Okay, so congruent, same size and shape. Similar, same shape, different size. Neither similar nor congruent, different shapes altogether. So what I'm going to do is just take a second here, and I'm going to draw out a couple figures, all right, or pairs of figures. And I want you to tell me whether or not they are similar or congruent, or neither, okay? So the first pair here, if I were to draw the figure that looked like this, figure that looked like this. So given our definitions, how would you describe these figures? What would you say? Similar, congruent, or neither? What's that? Similar. Right? And why are they similar? Right, they're the same shape, but they're not the same size. What about this next pair of figures here? Similar, congruent. I got these two shapes here in the middle. They similar, congruent, neither? Congruent. I just can't hear you. Congruent. Same shape, same size. So they are congruent. Okay. And the last example, similar, congruent, neither. Neither. Why is it neither? Yeah, we have the same left and right. So, I'm just messing with it. The one on the left is a little bit more of an oval, the one's a circle, right? So they're different shapes altogether, right? Not even necessarily has to do with size or anything like that, just totally different shapes. So this would be neither similar nor congruent. Okay. Any questions about this idea? So if you're given two figures in a grid, you'd be able to determine what's similar, congruent, neither. Remember, similar, same size, different shape, congruent, same shape and size, neither, they're different shapes altogether. Okay. Any questions at all about this topic or anything related to what we're discussing right now? Okay.